Welcome to Tungal Online Classes. In the last class, we completed the concept of critical angle and total internal reflection. Critical angle and total internal reflection. What is meant by critical angle? Whenever the light is traveling from the denser medium to the rarer medium, whenever the light is traveling from denser medium to the rarer medium, at a particular angle of incidence in the denser medium, the refracted light ray will be grazes the refracting surface. The refracted light ray will be grazes the refracting surface. That a particular angle of incidence in the denser medium will be calling as a what? Critical angle. Critical angle. Next, what is the TIR? Whenever the light is traveling from the denser medium to the rarer medium, if the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, at that instant there is no refracted ray will be existing in the rarer medium, the light ray will be reflected back into the same medium. Such a phenomena we called as what? Total internal reflection. So, where we find this total internal reflection in our daily life means, in that we will first took the example of brilliance of the diamond. Brilliance of the diamond. So, if you consider the diamond and air medium, for which medium? For a pair of diamond and air medium, the critical angle value is equal to 24 degrees. The critical angle will be depends upon the pair of the given media. The critical angle will be depends upon what? Pair of the given media. If you take diamond and air, the critical angle is equal to what? 24. If you consider glass and air, so that value is equal to what? 42. If you take glass and water, that value is equal to what? 49. That means the value of the critical angle is depends upon the given pair of media. Depends upon the given pair of media. So here, for this example of the brilliance of the diamond, which pair of media we consider here? We consider the pair of media of diamond and air. For the diamond and air, the critical angle value is equal to what? 24 degrees. Now, already we know that the diamond will be cut into fine cuts. So, the outer surfaces of the diamond will be very smooth reflecting surfaces. Very smooth reflecting surfaces. Suppose, if any one of the light ray will be incident, on the diamond, with what angle? That angle of incidence value will be, must be greater than 24 degrees. Must be greater than 24 degrees. Then only you find the brilliance of the diamond. Once again, so at what angle the incidental light ray will be incident onto the diamond means the angle of incidence value must be greater than 24 degrees. Then only the incidental light ray will be undergoing the total internal reflection. The incident light ray will be undergoing what? Total internal reflection inside the diamond. So after so many number of reflections which takes place within the diamond, the light rays are coming out from any one of the surface. So after the light will be undergoing the so many number of total internal reflections within the given diamond from a particular either one or two surfaces, the light will be coming outwards. So because of that reason, the diamond will be glitters. Because of that reason, the diamond will be glitters. So what is the reason behind the glittering of the diamond, or we are calling as the brilliance of the diamond, is what? Total internal reflection. So when it will be takes place means whenever the light that is incidenting on the diamond, that will be incident with the angle of incidence value that should be greater than 24 degrees only, we find the phenomena of the brilliance of the diamond. Otherwise, we can't find the brilliance of the diamond. If the light will be incident less than 24 degrees, simply the light will be refracted out from the diamond, so that in that case there is no TIR will be takes place. As a result, we can't find the glittering of the diamond. So this is the first application of the total internal reflection. Next, the next concept is the mirage. What is a mirage, and when we find these mirages, means the mirage is nothing but an optical illusion. So these optical illusions are in generally we find in a very hot summer days. When we find these mirages means we find these mirages in the case of the very hot summer days. So when we find in a very hot summer days, in a very hot summer days, we will find these mirages. How these mirages are existed means, in the very hot summer days, in a very hot summer days, if you observe the surfaces of the road, the surfaces of the roads, especially over the highways, whenever you observe the surfaces of the roads over the highways, you find a heat radiation will be, heat waves are coming outwards from the surfaces of the roads. When you find these mirages means in the hot summer days, while you are traveling on the highways, if you observe the surfaces of the roads very clearly, what you find means from the surfaces of the road, the heat radiation will be coming outwards. How these heat radiations are existed means, in a hot summer days, the sunlight will be directly inciding on the roads. So because of that, the roads becomes hotter, so that some of the light will be reflected out. Some of the heat is reflected out from the surface of the roads. Because of that, we find some of the heat radiation which is coming out from the surfaces of the road. Okay, whenever you find this heat radiation, what will happen? So whenever you find the heat radiation, because of that heat radiation, whatever the air will be existed, closer to the surface of the road, its density value will be decreases. What value will be decreases? Due to the heat waves which are emitted by the surface of the road. As a result, the density of the air which is closer to the surface of the road will be decreases. So that because the density value will be decreases, so that the air which is closer to the surface of the road will be behaving as a rarer medium. Why it is acting as a rarer medium? The refractive index value will be less, or the medium will be lighter. Because of that, whatever the air was present just closer to the surface of the road, that's the density value will be decreases. As a result, the lighter medium in generally we are calling as what? Rarer medium. So that the air which is closer to the surface of the road will be acting as a rarer medium. What is the reason behind that? Because of the heat radiation was emitted by the surface of the road. As a result, the air becomes lighter, so that medium will be taken as rarer medium. Now, whenever you are moving to the higher altitudes, the density of the air will be increases. Just closer to the surface of the road, because of the heat waves are present more, so that its density will be more, so that air will be acting as a rarer medium. But whenever moving towards the higher altitudes, the density of the air will be increases. As a result, so at higher altitude, the air will be acting as a denser medium. Like that, we separate the air as a rarer medium as well as the denser medium according to the density of the air. Where the density of the air will be less, such region will be taken as a what? Rarer medium. Where the air density will be more, there that medium will be taken as a what? Denser medium. Once you separate, this region will be as a denser medium and this region will be as a rarer medium. Now we are going to discuss how these mirages are happens. To explain the concept of the mirage, what we consider here, the medium which is closer to the surface of the earth will be taken as a what? Rarer medium. As we are moving away from the surface of the earth, the air density value will be increases, so that layers will be acting as the denser medium with respect to the closer, with respect to what? So that what we consider here, so whenever we assumed that the air which is closer to the, whenever the air what we assume which is closer to the surface of the earth, that air medium will be acting as a rarer medium, When you are moving away from the surface of the earth, the air density value will be increases, so that upper layers will be acting as a denser medium, So that to explain the concept of the mirage, here I consider a very tall object. A very tall object. From this tall objects, the light rays are coming downwards. Already I told, whenever you are moving away from the surface of the earth, density of the air will be increases, so that the refractive index of the medium is also what? Increases. See here, I consider how many layers? First layer, second layer, third and fourth layer. How many layers I consider to explain this concept? 4 different layers I consider here. So here, with respect to the first layer, this layer will be the denser medium, so that if you consider these two mediums, this is the denser medium, this is a rarer medium. Again you are moving upwards, so that with respect to the second medium, third medium will be the more denser medium. With respect to the second medium, third medium will be the more denser medium. So that in 3,2, 3 will be the denser medium and 2 will be the rarer medium. And in 3,4, 4 will be the denser and 3 will be the rarer. Like that we divide the different layers of the air into the rarer as well as the denser medium. Now, first we will discuss the mediums of 4,3. So with respect to the third medium, fourth medium will be the more denser medium, so that here the initially the light will be coming from which medium? Fourth medium to the third medium. That means already we told fourth medium will be the heavier denser, so that the fourth medium is the denser medium and third medium will be the rarer medium. So whenever the light is traveling from denser medium to the rarer medium, what will happen? The refracted light ray will be bending away from the normal. So that here, whenever this light ray will be entered into the rarer medium, this light ray will be deviates. Away from the normal. So that next, this refracted light ray in the third medium will be incident on the interface of third medium as well as the second medium. So with respect to the second medium, again third medium will be the denser medium and the second medium will be the rarer medium. So in this case also, the light will be coming from denser medium to the rarer medium. Denser to the rarer. So again, whenever the light is traveling from the denser medium to the rarer medium, again the light is deviated away from the normal. So finally we taken that two mediums are there. One is the second medium and the other one is a what? First medium. Already we told first medium will be the rarer medium. Why? That air density value becomes less, so that the region which is closer to the surface of the earth will be acting as a rarer medium. So that in this case I am assuming that whatever the light ray will be coming from the second medium to the first medium, that will be incident over the interface of the first medium and the second medium with an angle of I is greater than C. So that whenever the light will be incident with an angle of incidence I will be greater than C, what will take place? The light ray will be undergoing the phenomena of total internal reflection. Because of that reason, the same light will be reflected back into the same second medium. So if a person will be considered at a very long distance, for a distant observer, he feels that whatever this light rays he he may feel that these light rays are coming from somewhere from the inside of the earth. Whatever he was feel that whenever he was receiving the light rays, So that in generally he know the light will be traveling in the path of the straight line. So he applied the principle of rectilinear propagation of the light, so that he feels that whatever the light rays he was received, whatever the light rays he was received to his eye, so he was feeling that these light rays are coming from below the surface of the earth, below the surface of the earth, so that whatever the actual erected object we consider, he finds that image will be inside the earth, Such a phenomena we are calling as mirage. What is that? Mirage. Distant observer, he finds the images of the tall objects, below the surface of the earth due to the phenomena of total internal reflection. So this is the concept of what? Mirage. Okay, this is about what? Another application of the total internal reflection is early sunrise and delayed sunset. In the last class also we discussed the oval shape of the sun. Why we felt the sun will be appears in the form of a oval shape means due to the atmospheric refractions. We felt that the sun will be appears in the form of a oval shape. So here also the early sunrise and delayed sunset also takes place due to the refractions of the light. That refraction here we are calling as total internal refraction. See here. Initially we are assuming that there is no atmosphere was present. Around the earth. If there is no atmosphere was present around the earth, then what happens? Is the sunlight will be undergoes the refraction? Is the sunlight will be undergoing the refraction? No, the light does not undergoing any refraction, since there is no medium will be there. As a result, so sunlight will be directly inciding on the earth surface. So that at that instant what will happen? So in the case of the morning session, whenever the sun will be reaches the horizontal position only, then only you find the sun. Once again, whenever the sun will be reaches the exact horizontal level, then only you find the sun. Otherwise, suppose if the sun will be placed below the horizon, and there was no atmosphere, at that time there is no refraction of the light will be takes place. As a result, you can't find the position of the sun. Along the horizontal level. So that whenever there is no atmosphere will be existed, we find the sun position exactly at the horizontal level at the points of m, e only. It will be happens when we assume there is no atmosphere will be present. Now we are assuming that the atmosphere was present. Whenever the atmosphere will be present, what will consider? So whenever the atmosphere will be there, we consider the refraction of the light. Why the refraction of the light will be considered whenever the atmosphere was present means, already we told, whenever we are moving away from the surface of the earth, the density of the air what was present will be changes. That means, so from layer to layer, from region to region, the refractive index of the atmosphere will be changes, so that those layers are acting as a rarer medium as well as the denser medium. So whenever the light is traveling through the atmosphere, it will undergo the phenomena of the refraction. As a result, finally we are get the refracted light rays. So that even though the sun will be below the horizontal position, due to the refraction that was takes place. Suppose we are assuming that the sunlight will be incident. With the angle of incidence, that value is equal to what? Critical angle. As a result, the refracted light ray will be grazes the horizontal surface. So whenever the refracted light ray will be, gauges are traveling along the horizontal surface, the observer was receiving those light rays, so that he felt that the sun will be rises. The sun will be existed at the point M. At the point M. Such a phenomena we are calling as a what? Early sun rays. Actually the sun will be below the horizontal level only, but due to the atmospheric refractions, we feel that the sun will be existed at the horizontal level. Such a phenomena what we are calling here early sun rays. Similarly, after the sunset also, due to the atmospheric refractions again, suppose if the light will be incident with the critical angle here, so the refracted light rays again grazes the horizontal surface. In this case also, the observer will be feeling that the sun will be at the horizontal position E only, but actually what was happened? The sunset was takes place. Even though the sunset was takes place, due to the atmospheric refractions, the light rays are received by the observer. This phenomena we are calling as a what? Early sunrise and early sunset. Due to the early sunrise, we will see the sun 2 minutes earlier. Due to the early sunrise, so before what time we will see the sun means before the 2 minutes only, we will find the sun, okay. And after the sunset also, up to 2 minutes, we will see the sun due to the total internal reflections or refractions of the light. So this phenomena we are calling as a what? Early sunrise and delayed sunset. So these are the applications of the total internal reflection. Now we are going to discuss the important application of the total internal reflection, that is nothing but optical fiber. Next concept, optical fiber. What is the optical fiber? So here optical fiber is a device that is nothing but a transmitting medium. Which is carrying the signals from one place to the another place, without any appreciable loss. Such a type of device we are calling as optical fiber. So what is optical fiber? Optical fiber is a device which is carrying the light signals from one place to the another place without any appreciable loss. It is working on the phenomena of the total internal reflection. So what is the definition of the optical fiber? It is a device which carries the light signals from one place to the another place, without any appreciable loss. Such a type of device we are calling as a what? Optical fiber. On what a principle it will be working means? It is working on the principle of total internal reflection. On which principle it is working here? Total internal reflections. What is the total internal reflection? Whenever the light will be incident within a given denser medium with an angle of incidence which is greater than the critical angle, it undergoes the TIR. That light is completely reflected back into the same medium. Such a phenomena we are calling as a what? Total internal reflection. So internal fiber is working on the principle of the total internal reflection. So here, how we are sending the optical signals through the optical fiber means, suppose if we consider this is the optical fiber, into the optical fiber we are sending the optical signals. We are sending the optical signal. Whatever the information we want to send through the optical fiber, that will be sent in the form of a optical signals. These optical signals will be sent into the optical fiber with a particular angle of incidence. With a particular angle of incidence. That angle of incidence here we are calling as launching angle. Which angle? That is launching angle. So the angle of incidence, with that the optical signals are sent inside the optical fiber will be calling as a what? Launching angle. So whenever the optical signals are sent inside the optical fiber with the launching angle, these light rays are incident. These light rays are incident on the inner surface of the optical fiber. In generally we are calling as the core. So whenever these light rays are incident on the inner surface of the core, they will be undergoing the total internal reflection continuously. As a result, we are sending the optical signals from one place to the another place with the help of the optical fiber. So the basic structure of the optical fiber is consisting of three different layers. They will be named as core, cladding and buffer. So optical fiber is similar to our TV cable wire or internet cable wire. If you cut the TV cable wire, first you find at the innermost region a copper cable will be there, a copper wire will be there. Over that copper wire, a plastic material will be there. Like that we have to imagine the optical fiber. Whatever the copper wire you find in the case of the TV cable wire, that copper cable will be similar to the core. In that copper cable, in that copper wire only, whatever the signals, whatever the informations we are receiving, all these information will be traveling through that copper wire only. Similarly, in the case of the optical fiber also, whatever the information we want to send from one place to the another place, that entire information will be traveling within the core medium only. So once again, if you consider the TV cable, for the copper wire, the protection will be provided by the plastic material which was surrounded by the copper wire. Similarly, for the core medium, the cladding will be giving the extra protection. If you consider the core will be existed like this, so over the core a cladding will be there. This cladding will be giving the extra protection to the core. If you compare the core as well as the cladding, so the core medium will be the heavier denser, that is it is acting as a denser medium and it is acting as a rarer medium. Because of that only the light will be undergoing the phenomena of total internal reflection within the denser medium, that is nothing but core medium. So that whatever the optical signals we are sending, all these optical signals are traveling within the denser medium only, that is nothing but core. In generally this core will be made with the material of quartz. With what materials we are making the core of the optical fiber? In generally they will be constructed or they will be made with the materials of what? Quartz. Next, the cladding will be in generally made with the plastic. Generally the cladding will be made with which material? Plastic. And what is the need of the buffer here? So the buffer is like a plastic pipe. While we are saying that the construction of the cell phone towers, they are using the cables, there they are using the plastic pipe. This buffer will be giving the physical protection to the optical fiber from the physical damages. The buffer will be saving the optical fiber cables from the physical damages. For that purpose, they are using the buffers. They will be giving extra protection to the optical fiber cable. So this is a construction and a working of the optical fiber. Next, if we are assuming that the refractive index of the core is equal to mu1, if we are assuming that the refractive index of the core is equal to what? Mu1, and the refractive index of the cladding is equal to mu2, then the expression for the launching angle of the optical fiber, is I suffix L is equal to sin inverse of under root of mu1 square minus mu2 square, sin inverse of under root of mu1 square minus mu2 square. This is the expression for the launching angle of the given optical fiber, where mu1 is indicating what? Refractive index of the core medium, and mu2 is indicating what? Refractive index of the cladding medium. Next, what are the uses of the optical fiber? Where we are using the optical fiber means, the first one is by using the optical fiber sensors, we will calculate the temperature values as well as the pressure values. By using the optical fiber sensors, we will calculate the temperature value as well as the pressure values. And the second one is, now we are using the mobiles. All the cell phone towers, cell phone cables are constructed with the optical fibers only. So by using the optical fibers, at a time we will send a large number of the signals, from one place to the another place, so that in mobile communication, we are using the optical fibers. By using these optical fibers, we will send more number of signals from one place to the another place. Even in the internet cables also, we are using the optical fibers only. So by using the internet cables also, we send lot of information from one place to the another place. And the third one is, by using the optical fibers, we will measure the blood flow in the heart. By using the optical fibers, what we will measure? We will measure the blood flow in the heart. So these are the major uses of the optical fibers. So this is about what? Optical fiber. Application of the total internal reflection is TIR in prisms. Before going to explain this TIR in the prism, already we discussed the concept of the brilliance of the diamonds. There what we told, for the diamond you consider the critical angle value. What is the critical angle for the diamond? 24 degrees. Suppose if the incidental light will be incident greater than the 24 degrees onto the diamond, that a light will be undergoing the total internal reflections within the diamond. As a result, that a diamond will be glitters. So here also, when the total internal reflection will be takes place inside the prism means, so in generally the prisms are made with the glass. So for the glass and air medium, the critical angular value is equal to, for the glass and air medium, the critical angular value is equal to what? 42 degrees. So because the critical angular value for the glass medium is 42 degrees, so that onto the surface of the prism, if the light will be incident, with an angle of incidence which is greater than 42 degrees, as a result, the light will be undergoing the phenomena of total internal reflections inside the prism. So that when the total internal reflection takes place within the prism means, in generally we know that the prisms are made with the glass material, and for the glass material the critical angular value is equal to what? 42 degrees. For the glass and air medium, the critical angular value is equal to what? 42 degrees. So that whenever the light will be incident on the prism with the angle of incidence which is greater than 42 degrees, that the light will be undergoing the phenomena of total internal reflections inside the given prism. In the concept of the total internal reflection in the prism, we consider a special type of the prisms. Such prisms are named as right prism. Right prism. So, which type of prisms we consider here? Right prisms we consider. So, for the right prism, angle of the prism value is equal to what? 90 degrees. Such a type of prisms we are calling as right prism. What is meant by the right prism? Means for any one of the given prism, angle of the prism will be existing. If the angle of the prism value is equal to 90 degrees, such a type of prisms we are calling as right prisms. So, if you consider the prism, it is having three different corners. So, at one of the corner, at one of the vertex, the angle value is equal to what? 90 degrees, and at the remaining two corners, the angle values must be is equal to 45 degrees, 45 degrees. Such type of prisms in generally we are calling as right prisms. In this right prism, two different type of applications are there. Now we are going to the applications of the right here. The first one is, in the case of the right prisms, we are going to explain the light ray will be deviates by 90 degrees whenever it will be undergoing the phenomena of the total internal reflections. For that, I consider ABC will be the right prism. Onto the right prism, we send the incident light rays which is incident normally on the face AB. So, where the light ray will be initially the light ray will be incident on the surface AB, by normally. Already we know that whenever any one of the light ray will be incident by normally, this light ray should not be deviates. So that this incident light ray will be directly striking the hypotenuse AC. With what angle it will be striking the hypotenuse AC means, if you draw the angles value here, if this angle is equal to 90, it is a 45. Again this value is equal to 90, this value becomes to be what? 45. So that this angle of incidence value is equal to the angle of incidence which is made by the incident light ray at the hypotenuse with respect to the normal will be given by I is equal to what? 45 degrees. Generally we told the critical angle for the prism or the glass will be is equal to what? 42 degrees. So that here what is the angle of incidence value? 45 degrees, which is greater than the critical angle value. So that this incident light ray which is striking the hypotenuse, will be undergoing the total internal reflection. That means the light ray will be reflected back within the prism only. So, if any one of the light ray will be undergoing the reflection, angle of incidence is equal to angle of refraction. So, here what is the angle of incidence value? So, angle of incidence is equal to what? 45. Angle of reflection is also 45. So that the angle between the striking ray and the reflector ray is equal to what? 90 degrees. So what is the angle between the incident ray and reflector ray is equal to what? 90 degrees. So that here we told the light ray will be deviates by 90 degrees. Again, what is the angle of deviation? So if you extend the incident light ray like this is the incident light ray direction and this is a finally reflector light ray. So what is the angle between the incident light ray and the reflector light ray means 90 degrees. hence we told that the light ray will be undergoing the deviation of 90 degrees whenever it is undergoing the phenomena of the total internal reflection within the given right prism when you consider the position of the prism is like this. So this is the first application of the right prism. Now once again say here what we consider here right prism. We consider right prism means angle of the prism value is equal to 90, remaining angles is equal to what? 45. So whenever the angle of incidence value will be greater than the critical angle, the light ray will be undergoing the total internal reflection. In this case the light ray will be deviates by 90 degrees we told. So this is the initial path of the incident light ray and this is the final path of the light ray, so that the angle between the initial path of the light ray and final path of the light ray is nothing but angle of deviation. That value is equal to what? 90 degrees. Next we will see the second case, the deviation by 180 degrees. Deviation by 180. So we consider that we are saying that the deviation of the incidental light will be 180 degrees whenever it is undergoing the phenomena of total internal reflection inside the right prism. For that purpose we consider the position of the right prism is like this. So here we are assuming that the incidental light will be incident normally on the hypotenuse. Already we know that whenever any one of the light will be incident normally on any one of the refracting surface, it does not deviate from its original path. So that this incident light will be refracted and again it is incidenting on the another refracting surface AB, with the angle of incidence value will be, is equal to what? Again 45 degrees. So whenever the angle of incidence value will be again 45 degrees, which is again greater than the critical angle, as a result this light ray will be undergoing the phenomena of total internal reflection. As a result the reflected light ray will be parallel to the base. Again it is incidenting on the another refracting surface that is calling as AC. Here also the angle of incidence is equal to what? Again 45 degrees. So here also if the angle of incidence is equal to greater than the critical angle, again the light ray will be undergoing the phenomena of total internal reflection. So that in this particular case the given incidental light ray will be undergoing the total internal reflection by twice. Finally the reflected light ray will be anti-parallel to the final light ray will be anti-parallel to the incidental light ray. So this is the incidental light ray and this is the what? Emergent light ray. This incidental light ray and the emergent light ray will be anti-parallel to each other, means in this case the angle of deviation is equal to how much? 180 degrees. Angle of deviation is equal to what? 180 degrees. So this is the second application of the right prisms, where we find the angle of deviation of the light will be undergoing by 180 degrees. So this is the applications of the total internal reflection. So this is the part of the total internal reflection.